Welcome to Instacast.
All right, so today we're going deep into the world of hustling entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Are following this entrepreneur, dual Russian-Spanish background, and he's landed in Amsterdam with literally just 1 cent
Wow.
to his name. And a wild goal, turn that single penny into $100,000
Okay.
in just 30 days.
It's an incredible challenge,
It is.
to say the least. I mean, the rules are strict. All profit has to come from that initial penny, no leveraging personal branding or online presence, and a tight deadline of 1 month. Talk about pressure.
It's like a real-life experiment in resourcefulness and creative problem solving.
Right.
Starting with a single cent. It's almost like a social experiment, right?
Yeah.
Testing the limits of what's possible with just sheer grit and determination.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll be looking for those valuable lessons in sales, business, improvisation, and, thinking outside the box.
Oh, absolutely. But, let's not forget the human element.
Yeah.
This isn't just a spreadsheet exercise. We're going to see the highs and lows of his journey, those moments of doubt and those flashes of brilliance, all unfolding in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have a feeling we'll get some laughs along the way, too.
Oh, for sure.
I hear he gets sidetracked from serious entrepreneurship from time to time.
Okay, so let's set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Our entrepreneur has just touched down in Amsterdam. Single cent in hand,
Okay.
needs to reach the city center.
All right.
First things first, he needs to figure out how to get a train ticket.
Yeah, and right off the bat, we see that proactive mindset kicking in.
Right.
He's not just standing around waiting for inspiration to strike. He's actively scanning his surroundings, looking for opportunities, however small, to get things moving. It's a reminder that even when starting from scratch, taking that first step, any step, is crucial.
And his first hustle is a classic example of this. He spots some leftover hand cream in the airport
Oh, wow.
and decides to sell it.
Okay.
I mean, it might seem insignificant,
Yeah.
but this small win perfectly illustrates the hustle mentality, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
It's about seeing value where others might not,
Right.
and having the courage to act on those insights, no matter how unconventional they might seem.
You got it.
So he manages to sell the hand cream,
Okay.
but then takes things a step further. He knows the local recycling system well
Oh, okay.
and uses that knowledge to collect empty bottles for the deposit refund.
Wow.
It's like he's piecing together a puzzle using every little bit of information and resource available to him.
It's fascinating how he's constantly connecting the dots.
Yeah.
It really highlights the importance of understanding local systems and nuances.
Right.
What might seem like trivial knowledge can become a valuable asset when you're operating on such a tight margin.
This is where we get a glimpse of his, shall we say,
Yeah.
his more creative side. He tries selling bottles of water
What?
for 20 cents.
Really?
I mean, the heart is there, right?
Okay.
But maybe not the most effective business strategy.
Well, it's certainly a learning moment. It's a good reminder for all of us that target audience and market value are essential, even when you're just trying to make a few cents. Sometimes those early missteps can be the best teachers.
Yeah, and then he does something pretty heartwarming.
Yeah.
He buys bouncy balls to give to kids. Now, on the surface, it seems like a simple act of kindness.
Right.
But I wonder, could there be a deeper strategy at play here?
You're picking up on something really interesting here. Think about it. Giving away those bouncy balls isn't just about being nice. It's about creating a positive association with himself in the minds of the kids and their parents. People remember kindness, and when he later tries to sell something, they might be more inclined to buy from him. It's subtle, but incredibly smart.
So it's all about building trust and rapport, even in these small, seemingly insignificant interactions.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
It's about playing the long game.
Yeah,
Even when you're focused on those immediate goals,
right.
it's a mindset shift that can make all the difference.
So finally, he's scraped together enough for that train ticket.
Okay.
Mission accomplished.
There you go.
But even on the train, he doesn't stop looking for ways to maximize every resource.
Okay.
He turns his used train ticket into a paper boat
Wow.
and finds an abandoned umbrella
What?
for potential shelter later on.
I love this. It speaks to his resourcefulness and his ability to think creatively. He's turning even the most mundane objects into potential assets, seeing possibilities where others might just see trash. And remember, this is all happening on a very basic, practical level. He's still figuring out how to get to the city center and maybe even find a place to sleep for the night.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What seemingly insignificant resources do we often overlook in our own lives? Could that old guitar in the attic be more than just clutter? Could it be a ticket to a new side hustle?
That's the beauty of this experiment, right?
Right?
It's not just about watching him achieve this ambitious goal. It's about the mindset shifts, the creative problem solving, the resourceful thinking that we can all apply to our own lives, whether we're aspiring entrepreneurs or just trying to navigate everyday challenges.
Absolutely. Okay, so he's on the train heading towards the city center,
Right.
and he strikes up a conversation with a fellow Russian speaker. Just a casual chat, right?
Yeah.
But as we'll see, these seemingly random encounters can lead to some unexpected opportunities.
This is where the power of networking comes into play. Building connections, even fleeting ones, can open doors you never knew existed. Remember, he's in a new city completely alone and relying solely on his own ingenuity. Every interaction holds the potential for a breakthrough.
And speak of breakthroughs, this chance encounter leads to an offer of a place to stay.
Wow, talk about serendipity.
Right.
It's a reminder that sometimes luck favors the bold, the proactive, those who are open to connecting with others. You never know where a simple conversation might lead.
He's constantly on the move, isn't he? He spots a barber shop and immediately starts thinking about a potential social media marketing partnership. It's like he's wired to see opportunities everywhere he goes.
It's a great illustration of entrepreneurial thinking, isn't it?
Right.
He's not just passively observing.
Yeah.
He's actively looking for ways to apply his skills to create value, to turn his knowledge into a tangible asset.
And then, as if things weren't interesting enough, he finds a $100 bill
No way.
and a 50 euro bill just lying on the ground.
Talk about a lucky break.
I know.
But it also speaks to his preparedness, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
He's out there actively exploring, putting himself in a position to stumble upon these unexpected windfalls. Someone sitting in their hotel room wouldn't have found that money.
So true. You have to be in the game to win, even when the game involves stumbling upon cash on the street.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that even amidst the carefully calculated strategies, there's always an element of chance of being in the right place at the right time.
He's obviously ecstatic, starting to make plans for what he can do with this newfound cash. It's like he's already envisioning that $100,000 goal within reach.
It's contagious, isn't it?
It is.
His energy, his optimism, it's infectious. And it's a reminder that belief, that unwavering faith in yourself and your vision can be a powerful force. It can fuel you through those long days, those inevitable setbacks, and keep you pushing forward even when the path ahead seems uncertain.
But just as things are looking up, there's a bit of a twist.
Oh?
The guy who offered him a place to stay, Eugenio, starts changing the meeting time, leaving our entrepreneur unsure if he'll even have a place to sleep that night.
It's a reminder that entrepreneurship is a roller coaster ride full of unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah.
And it's also a reminder that not everyone you encounter will have your best interests at heart. Discernment and a healthy dose of skepticism are essential tools in any entrepreneur's toolkit.
Definitely a valuable lesson, especially when navigating a new environment. So day one in Amsterdam comes to an end.
Okay.
He started with a single cent, faced a series of challenges, found unexpected opportunities,
Right.
and managed to transform that penny into $80. Not a bad start, wouldn't you say?
It's remarkable, truly. And it's just the beginning. I'm eager to see how he builds on this momentum, how he uses his newfound resources and the lessons learned to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
And I'm curious to see how he balances those moments of pure business hustle with those times where he gets sidetracked by, well, like now. Stay tuned, because this is only day one, and there's a lot more to uncover in this deep dive into the world of entrepreneurship.
Welcome back to the deep dive. As we move into day 2 of our entrepreneur's Amsterdam adventure, we're already seeing an evolution in his approach.
Yeah, it's like he's leveled up,
Yeah.
right? Those early wins have given him a taste of what's possible.
Yeah.
And now he's hungry for more. He's not just reacting to opportunities anymore.
Yeah.
He's actively seeking them out.
And one of his first moves is a practical one.
Okay.
He heads to a money exchange to convert those US dollars he found
Wow.
into euros. It's all about maximizing efficiency, ensuring he can easily use the money in Amsterdam without any hassle.
Smart move. Remember that 50 euro bill he also found?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it was actually a rare
Oh,
collector's item.
really?
He ends up selling it for 70 euros. What are the chances?
It's a fantastic example of how recognizing hidden value can lead to unexpected profits. It's not just about hard work. It's about having the knowledge and awareness to spot those golden opportunities that others might miss.
It's like he's turned a simple walk around the city into a treasure hunt.
Right.
And with this extra cash, he's got a nice little nest egg to work with.
Right.
But he doesn't just go on a spending spree.
Right.
He's laser focused on that $100,000 goal.
Exactly. He starts brainstorming ways to multiply his money,
Sure.
considering various options like investing in stocks or cryptocurrency. But he quickly realizes those are too risky at this stage.
Right.
He needs something with more immediate returns, something that aligns with his skills and resources.
So he circles back to that idea of leveraging his skills.
Hmm.
Remember that barber shop he saw on day one?
Yeah.
He reaches out to the owner, Juan, about creating social media content for the shop.
It's a brilliant move.
Yeah.
He's taking a skill that many take for granted, creating engaging content and turning it into a valuable service. It's a reminder that we all have unique talents and knowledge that can be monetized if we think creatively.
And it pays off. Juan agrees to the partnership, offering him 150 euros for a package of photos and videos. Just like that, he's doubled his money again.
Yeah.
It's proof that sometimes the most straightforward path to success is using what you already know.
I think this success also highlights the importance of confidence and self-belief.
Yeah.
He approached Juan with a clear proposal demonstrating his skills and the value he could bring. That confidence, that ability to articulate your worth can be incredibly persuasive.
It makes you wonder, how many opportunities do we miss out on because we lack the confidence to put ourselves out there?
It's a question worth pondering. But remember, confidence often comes from action, from taking those small steps outside our comfort zone. The more we act, the more we learn, the more confident we become.
Speaking of stepping outside the comfort zone,
Yeah.
remember Eugenio, the guy who offered him a place to stay?
Oh, yeah?
Well, after all that back and forth about meeting times,
Yeah.
it turns out things weren't quite as they seemed.
Oh,
Eugenio wasn't exactly being honest about his intentions.
really?
It turns out he was actually trying to recruit our entrepreneur into a multi-level marketing scheme.
Wow. Talk about a plot twist. It's a reminder that not everyone you encounter will have your best interests at heart, especially when you're in a vulnerable position. It's important to be discerning about who you trust.
Absolutely. But you know what's remarkable?
What's that?
Instead of getting discouraged by this setback, our entrepreneur uses it as fuel for his hustle.
Good for him.
It's like it strengthens his resolve to succeed on his own terms. He sets a new mini goal: find an apartment to rent.
It's a practical move, right?
It is.
Having a stable base will provide a sense of security and allow him to focus on his business ventures without worrying about where he's going to sleep each night.
Yeah, it's a step towards that long-term goal of financial independence.
Right.
It shows he's thinking beyond immediate gains and considering the bigger picture. He's playing the long game.
He is.
So he starts searching online for affordable options, which isn't easy with his limited data. It's a reminder that entrepreneurship isn't always glamorous. It often involves navigating logistical hurdles and making the most of limited resources.
And this is where his networking skills come to play again.
Okay.
He connects with some fellow entrepreneurs he met online, people who've already gone through the ups and downs of building a business in Amsterdam.
It's amazing how quickly he's building a network of support, isn't it?
It is.
He's not afraid to reach out to ask for advice, to learn from the experiences of others.
It's a smart strategy, and those connections prove invaluable.
They do.
One of the entrepreneurs he met puts him in touch with a landlord who has a small studio apartment available for a reasonable price.
It's like the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place.
Right.
He checks out the apartment, loves it, and signs the lease. He officially has a place to call home in Amsterdam. What a win.
Securing the apartment is a huge accomplishment.
It is.
It gives him that stability and foundation he needs to really focus on his goals. It's a sign that he's transitioning from surviving to thriving.
I love that perspective.
Ugh.
But even with this big win, he doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
He's got that entrepreneurial fire burning bright.
Good.
Remember those bouncy balls he bought for the kids on day one?
I do.
Well, he decides to take them to a busy park and try selling them to families.
It's a classic example of combining a fun activity with a potential income stream.
Right?
And by choosing a location with lots of families and foot traffic, he's maximizing his chances of making sales.
It's a simple idea, but sometimes the simplest ideas are the most effective.
They are.
He sets up a little stand, interacts with the kids, shows them the bouncy balls, and his friendly approach works like a charm.
Kids love bouncy balls.
They do.
It's a product that almost sells itself. But it's his genuine enthusiasm and ability to connect with the kids that really seals the deal.
You can tell he's not just going through the motions. He's genuinely enjoying the experience. And that positive energy is contagious.
Exactly. People can sense when someone is passionate about what they're doing, and it makes them more receptive to the message, to the product, to the experience.
He ends up selling all the bouncy balls,
Yeah.
making a tidy profit, and adding to his growing funds. It's a small victory, but it reinforces the power of consistent action, of constantly looking for ways to generate income, no matter how unconventional they might seem.
It's all about building momentum, right? Every win, no matter how small, builds confidence, fuels the fire, and keeps you moving towards that bigger goal.
And as day 2 comes to a close, you can tell he's feeling energized and optimistic.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see how he scales things up. Will he continue with these smaller hustles, or is he ready to take a bigger leap?
That's the beauty of entrepreneurship, isn't it?
It is.
It's a constant evolution, a process of learning, adapting, and pushing beyond your comfort zone. Stay tuned because day 3 promises to be even more exciting as our entrepreneur explores new avenues for growth and continues his quest to turn that single penny into a fortune. Welcome back. It's day 3 of our entrepreneur's wild ride in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And I'm sensing a shift in his energy. He's starting to think bigger, aiming for more than just those small, quick wins.
You can really see his confidence growing. It's like each success, no matter how small, fuels his belief that that $100,000 goal is actually within reach. He's starting to see how those seemingly insignificant actions can compound into something truly remarkable.
He's not just jumping from one random hustle to the next anymore.
Right.
He's taking a step back, analyzing his options,
Yeah.
and looking for opportunities with a higher earning potential. He's thinking strategically like a true entrepreneur.
And one of those opportunities presents itself in a rather unexpected way.
Oh, right.
While exploring the city, he comes across a street performer, a musician playing the violin. But it's not the music that catches his eye.
Okay.
It's the performer's hat filled with cash tips from passersby.
It's like a light bulb moment for him.
Yeah.
He sees street performing not just as entertainment, but as a viable business model, a way to generate income quickly and creatively. It's fascinating how he finds inspiration in these everyday occurrences.
It's a classic example of entrepreneurial observation. He's not just passively walking through the city. He's actively looking for inspiration, for ideas, for ways to apply his entrepreneurial spirit. He's turning his surroundings into a classroom.
And he doesn't hesitate.
Nope.
He approaches the musician and asks for advice on street performing. It's remarkable how he's willing to put himself out there to ask for guidance from someone he's just met.
And the musician is surprisingly open and helpful. He shares tips on choosing a good location, engaging with the audience, even managing stage fright. It's a beautiful illustration of human connection, of that willingness to share knowledge and help someone else on their journey.
It's a reminder that sometimes the best resources are right in front of us.
Yeah.
In the people we meet, in the unexpected encounters that life throws our way.
Absolutely. And this is where things take an interesting turn.
Yeah.
Armed with this newfound knowledge, our entrepreneur decides to try his hand at street performing.
Really?
But he needs a talent, something to offer the audience. And get this, he decides to perform magic tricks.
Well, I know that's bold. It's completely outside his comfort zone.
It is.
It requires him to learn a new skill to overcome any performance anxieties he might have.
Well,
It's a true test of his entrepreneurial spirit.
it's not just about the money anymore, is it? It's about pushing his own limits, challenging himself to grow, to step into the unknown. And it's also about recognizing that sometimes taking a risk, embracing something completely different, can lead to unexpected rewards.
So he spends a few hours practicing some basic magic tricks he finds online. He's not trying to be the next David Copperfield. He just needs something to capture the attention of a crowd. It's a reminder that with a little resourcefulness and dedication, we can all learn new skills, expand our capabilities, and open ourselves up to new possibilities.
And let's not forget the importance of self-belief.
Right.
He's about to put himself out there, literally performing on the street, which takes courage and a willingness to be vulnerable. It's not something everyone would be comfortable doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It takes a certain level of confidence, a belief in yourself and your ability to entertain, to connect with an audience.
Right?
So he finds a busy street corner, sets up his stage, puts out his hat for tips, and starts performing his magic tricks. And what happens? People love it.
It's a testament to his energy and his willingness to put himself out there. He's not just going through the motions. He's fully embracing the experience, engaging with the audience, making people smile.
Yeah.
And it's paying off both financially and in terms of the joy he's bringing to others.
He's not just a businessman anymore. He's an entertainer,
Yeah.
a performer. And he's tapping into something universal, that human desire to be amazed, to experience a little bit of magic in our everyday lives.
It's also a reminder that authenticity and passion are powerful tools. People can sense when someone is genuinely enjoying what they're doing, and it makes the experience more engaging, more memorable, more enjoyable for everyone involved.
By the end of the day, he's made a significant amount of money from street performing. It's his most successful hustle yet. It's a major turning point, showing him that taking a risk, stepping outside his comfort zone, can lead to big rewards.
This experience also underscores the importance of adaptability.
Yeah.
He didn't have a grand plan to become a street magician when he landed in Amsterdam, but he was open to the opportunity. He was willing to learn, to adapt, to pivot his strategy based on what he observed. That's a crucial skill for any entrepreneur.
As day 3 comes to a close, he's not just proud of the money he's made. He's proud of himself.
Good.
He's pushed his boundaries, discovered hidden talents, and proven that he can handle whatever challenges come his way.
His journey so far is an inspiration to anyone who's ever dreamt of starting a business, chasing a dream, or simply trying something new. It's a reminder that with a little creativity, a lot of hustle, and an unshakable belief in yourself, incredible things are possible.
We've seen firsthand that entrepreneurship isn't about having a perfect plan. It's about being resourceful, adaptable, and willing to step outside your comfort zone. It's about embracing the ups and downs, the unexpected twists and turns, and using them as fuel to propel you forward.
And perhaps most importantly, it's about having a positive mindset. Our entrepreneur has faced setbacks, moments of doubt, and the inevitable challenges of navigating a new city alone. But through it all, he's maintained his optimism, his sense of humor, and his belief in his ability to succeed.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the first 3 days of his journey. We've seen him transform a single penny into a growing sum, navigate unexpected challenges, and discover hidden talents. But most importantly, we've witnessed the power of an entrepreneurial spirit, a mindset that can transform not just a bank account but an entire life. What seemingly insignificant resources or skills do you possess that could be leveraged in unexpected ways? What possibilities exist when you combine resourcefulness with a positive outlook? The answers might surprise you. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive on the Deep Dive.